Today's book is The Shelf Elf Helps Out. Whoa, what a busy day in the library. Just look at all of these books that need to go back on the shelves. I'm sure Miss Turner, the librarian, would appreciate some help shelving them. I used to help the shoemaker and his wife every night. Tonight I will help Miss Turner by putting these books back where they belong. Do you see the little sticker on the spine of this book? It's called a call number, and it's like an address. It shows me where the books belong on the shelf. Stax, the grand Dewey Daddy Shelf Elf, explains it like this. The shelves in a library are like neighborhoods, and each book's address tells you in which neighborhood the book belongs. There are usually 3 kinds of call numbers or addresses. Picture books have an E on their spines. Chapter books have an F or FIC, and the other books have numbers on them. Most of the books with numbers are informational or nonfiction. That means that they are about real people, places, things, and animals. A long time ago, a man named Melville Dewey came up with a way to organize books into 10 groups. Then he gave each group a special number from 000 to 999. Follow me and I'll show you a few of the different kinds of books in each group. In this neighborhood, the addresses start at 000 and end at 099. Encyclopedias, books about computers, and books about unexplained things like flying saucers are found here. This book about the Loch Ness Monster goes on this shelf. The 000s is the place to look for encyclopedias or a Bigfoot book. Here's a book about friendship. Its address is in the 100s. If you want to learn about friends or find books about feelings, you're in the right neighborhood. The 100 books explain feelings you've had, from happy to grumpy or even sad. This Noah's Ark book goes in the 200s neighborhood. Books about different religions are in this section. There are also stories called myths. A myth is an imaginary story about gods, goddesses, or superhuman beings. The 200s have religious books to read, or myths and legends, if that is what you need. The next shelf has books with 300s on their spines. Choose one of these books to find out why we have holidays and other celebrations. My Shelf Elf book of library etiquette would belong on this shelf because there are books about manners here too. The 300s books tell of holidays and how we celebrate in many ways. While we are in the 300s neighborhood, I want to show you my favorite section, the 398s. This shelf has fairy tales, tall tales, and folk tales. If you read The Shoemaker and the Elves, you can find out about the job I had before I became a shelf elf. The 398s have stories to thrill, from Cinderella to Pico's Bill. Hola, bonjour. Learn about languages by reading books from the 400s. Check out a sign language book from this shelf to learn how to talk with your hands. On the 400s shelf, languages abound. Books about Spanish or French can be found. If you like math and science, this is the neighborhood for you. Planets, wild animals, dinosaurs, and experiments are just a few of the subjects in this section. The 500 shelf is the place to explore science, math, or a dinosaur. Airplanes, cars, and pets are the favorites in the 600s neighborhood. I like reading the books about pets. I keep looking for a book about a pet Bookerpiller, but I haven't found one yet. The 600 books are your best bets for airplanes, cars, and friendly pets. This football book belongs on the 700s shelf. All sports, art, and music books are in this neighborhood too. The 700s shelf has books of all sorts for drawing, music, and even sports. Why did the chicken cross the road? You can find out in one of the joke or riddle books in the 800s. Or you might want to have some fun with rhyming words in the poetry books found in this neighborhood. The 800s is the place to be for jokes, riddles, and poetry. Books in the 900s take you places. You can learn interesting facts about the states in America or find out about countries far away. There are also books about history. These books help us learn what happened a long time ago. In the 900s, there's geography, people, places, and history. The last book that needs to be shelved is about Abraham Lincoln. This book about his life is called a biography. Some libraries put a B on the spine and some put on the Dewey number 92. But either address tells you this is a book about a real person's life. If the address says 92 or B, you have found a biography. Finally, the book cart is empty and I'm ready to relax and read. Did you see a book neighborhood you would like to visit? If you can't remember the neighborhoods where your favorite kinds of books are, just ask your librarian to help you. And now for a little rest. The end.